A little bit of an update from Romania. It's a very momentous day here. We have elections, presidential elections, the first round. However, given the international situation, the result is probably less important than we thought. Before Donald Trump was elected, there was a serious danger that Romania would be dragged into the Ukrainian war, and therefore it used to be really, really important that Romanians would not pick as their new president the most Atlanticist puppet, the the biggest Russophobe, and the most likely to drag us into an unconditional support for Ukraine. So I thought it would have been really important for Romanians to mobilize against that. However, now with the fact that Donald Trump became president, it's probably not such a grave danger as it used to be. So the specter of war is still looming, but given that Trump's main ally in Europe is Viktor Orban and his strategy towards Russia is one of de-escalation, the first signs are on the horizon that Romania will join in this approach. So whereas the sovereigntist vote was had as prime objective avoiding Romania's entry into the war, something very unexpected happened. Donald Trump contacted the Prime Minister of Romania, who is not exactly from a sovereigntist party, and they allegedly spoke twice on the phone. So this kind of means that the current Prime Minister of Romania, who's from the Social Democratic Party, has the backing of Trump, which is a bit strange because the sovereigntist candidate, well, he was not exactly endorsed by the Trump campaign, by anybody from Trump's team, but he attended events like CPAC events in Mexico, in Budapest, where they liaised with Trump's team, and he kind of projected this image inside Romania that he is Trump's man. Now, if Trump picks the Social Democrat, who of course is the leader of the party that stands to gain the largest number of votes in these elections, in the presidential elections today and in the parliamentary elections next week, then the whole equation simplifies tremendously. So we'll probably just stay with the status quo. The sovereigntist candidate doesn't have enough of a lift right now from the Trump win. Even if he makes it into the second round, once Trump says that the leader of the Social Democrats is his man, that's kind of the end of the line for him. It was kind of a dumb strategy for the Romanian sovereigntists, unlike the Bulgarian ones, I might add. A very dumb strategy to base their sovereigntist strategy on Trump, because, okay, sure, Trump may be a sovereigntist for the United States, but it's not exactly sure that his sovereigntism is applicable to the colonies of the United States. So it's not exactly a sovereigntist strategy to say that you are the man of who is bound to win in the metropolis. If you're the colony. So whereas the Bulgarian sovereigntists, the Revival Party, they're all for BRICS. They're all for pulling out of NATO and of the EU. It's not like they're sovereigntists because they're rooting for Trump. No. Whereas Romanian sovereigntism, probably this is the end of the line, because once you base your entire strategy on a Trump victory and then to be proclaimed Trump's man, and Trump proclaims somebody else as his man, you're actually your political rival, then that's kind of like there's no going back from there, right? There's not much you can do from then onwards. So right now, the first place of the first round of the presidential elections is pretty much set. We know that it's gonna be Ciolacu, so the prime minister from the Social Democratic Party. The big battle is for the second place. If it's gonna be like the Kamala of Romania or the Trump of Romania, but it doesn't really matter because Trump already made his pick and he's gonna be the first guy. So this is just for show, essentially. So probably there's no more stake in the Romanian election. There is no path going forward for the sovereigntist movement. Once it betted on Trump, and Trump did not bet back on them, and they're also not exactly on good terms with the Prime Minister of Hungary. They're actually on very bad terms with the Prime Minister of Hungary, because the sovereigntist movement had the misfortune of going also against the Hungarians, the Hungarian minority in Romania, and thus not into a partnership with Viktor Orban, who is probably now going to be the kingmaker of Europe. So yeah, I think that's kind of the end of the line for the Romanian sovereigntists, at least for this iteration of the Romanian sovereigntists. There are also some others who are against NATO, against EU, but they're not in parliament yet, or there's a small sliver of them in parliament. So maybe that will change somehow. Maybe in the elections next week, the Romanians will vote for these two small anti-establishment parties that are fully against NATO membership and against the EU. But apart from that, the game seems to be pretty much over. So we're gonna have the same status quo going forward. Probably a coalition with the Social Democrats and the Liberals and the Hungarian Minority Party. The only ones left out will be the Trumpists and the Kemalists, if I may say so. So the avatars of the Republican and of the Democratic parties in Romania. They'll probably make the opposition. And this makeshift coalition will go forward for the next 5 years. I don't envisage any kind of change in that direction. And this, of course, made possible by the fact that Trump won, his man in Europe is Viktor Orban, and together they have this strategy to de-escalate the Ukrainian conflict, to make some sort of compromise with Russia, and that's going to be the end of the story. So this is pretty much what I wanted to tell you from the Romanian front. Let's hope nothing dramatic changes in the picture that I've described so far. And until next time, take care. Bye.